Welcome, welcome, welcome. What it's like. Here we go. We got a good show for you today. It's Monday and time change this weekend. Oh my goodness. I can't believe we're still playing this game with the time. My God. What is California still in kindergarten? What are we doing here? I can't believe it. It's 1 o'clock here, like it should be everywhere on the West Coast. It's 1 o'clock here in Cabo, but it's 12 o'clock in California. It's absolutely amazing. Are you guys still farming in California? Is that the deal? We're farmers. You know, the daylight savings time was set up for the farmers back in the day. So I don't know. I don't know why we're still doing that, but we are. So now I'm all messed up here. I started my show today at 12 o'clock Cabo time, and then I had to backtrack. Well, here we are. And it's 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in Southern California. So welcome everybody to the show. Happy Monday. How about those Dodgers? Oh my gosh, the best World Series game I think ever. I'm not a big fan anymore. I used to be a diehard Angels fan. I went to the World Series with my father, but as soon as they started kneeling down, I kind of lost interest and lost hope in the whole thing. But what a game. I watched the game on Saturday. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what. Made me almost want to be a baseball fan again. If it wasn't for the old kneeling down and the wokeness, I might even watch some more baseball in the middle of the season next year. But oh my gosh, the Dodgers put on a hell of a show, and so did Toronto. It was just a great game all the way around. Can't take it away from either one of the teams. But yeah, and there's a big king tide, Mike. You're absolutely right. And tomorrow, oh my gosh, tomorrow, gerrymandering at its finest tomorrow. Let's play. Don't ask for voter ID, but let's see if maybe we can show up and maybe we can make a difference. That's a big, big maybe. But I think the only way this passes and they get a yes vote is because they don't ask for voter ID. And then we come on to Thursday. And Thursday, the Fish and Game Commission meeting, we have an opportunity to stand up and be heard. And we will be heard. The QR code's right there on the screen, gang. Right above my head. I just put it up on the screen. You're going to have a hard time. I had a hard time figuring this out. But if you read it very carefully in the general comment section, which is going to be at the end of the meeting, we have an opportunity to talk about the MLPA or the MLPs. This is going to be very important to make sure that we are heard. And it's no voting on the 6th, but it's all about showing up and being there and being heard. Yes, Jeanette. Yes. We want to be heard. We want everybody to hear us. We want them to know that we're not going to put up with this crap. We don't need any more closures. And, oh, you're very welcome. And Justin had a phenomenal night hoop netting. I got so much stuff going on here. I'm all over the place. But Justin had a phenomenal night hoop netting. He got a big whopper. He got a 9.5 pound lobster live Saturday night. Saturday night was an incredible night because we had the Dodgers game going and we had live hoop netting. We had 30,000 people watch it on YouTube. We had another 10,000 people watch it on Facebook, the live hoop netting. I can't even imagine what it would have been like if there wasn't a Dodgers game on, but that's a good number. We're very happy with the number, and Justin caught some giants and he finished it off with a 9.5 pounder, which was pretty spectacular. And then we had some other people out fishing, and one of my good buddies does a lot of photography work and a lot of video work for Red Bull and other companies. He caught the fish of a lifetime. Some of you that have been on the website here in the last 2 days, you've seen this fish. We're going to show you some pictures and some things that you guys haven't seen yet about this fish, but oh my gosh, it's the fish of a lifetime. Jack Bushnell caught it. He's going to call in a few minutes, and then we'll show the pictures if you haven't seen them yet. Oh, fish of a lifetime. And we got so much stuff. It's so important. Oh, covered up by other stuff. Okay, let's see if we got a better picture here of the QR code. Oh, here you go. Here's a big picture of the QR code. All right, right on the bottom of the screen. Is that covered up, John? And this is going to allow you to participate in the meeting on the 6th, which is Thursday. I would say you want to be in it as much as you possibly can. I know the MLP general discussion is in the afternoon, but you just want to go on this. You want to be in there and you want to see all the garbage that they pull and how they congratulate each other for showing up to work. I mean, that's a big deal. I understand. You get brownie points for showing up for work. Everybody's all excited. Hey, you showed up. Yeah, all 5 of you showed up. That'd be spectacular. Or 6 of you. How cool would that be to get an award for just showing up? These people have no knowledge of what's going on in the fishing world, but they're going to attaboy themselves. We haven't had a meeting for a couple of months, so we're going to all pat each other on the back and talk about how we're going to destroy more people's lives with our lack of knowledge. That's pretty incredible. So if you can show up on Thursday to the Fish and Game Commission meeting, I would highly invite you to come to that meeting. I would highly recommend showing up because you're going to be blown away. If you weren't there for the sand bass thing, you're going to see stuff you couldn't even imagine that you're going to see people showing up to this meeting. And these people have no reason in the world to be in this meeting except for that they were appointed and they show up, and it's a sad state of events here in the state of California that these 5 or 6 or 7 people that show up, they make all the decisions on whether we're going to be able to fish or not. Commercial fishermen are going to be able to make a living. These people are just out of their minds and they're drunk with power. They are absolutely drunk with power. And if you don't believe me, please, I'm inviting you guys to come to the meeting and view it on a Zoom. It's totally accessible. Everybody has the right to watch it. Everybody has the right to have an opinion about whatever they're talking about. They're going to talk about things like kelp restoration, and they're going to try to tell you that we have a direct correlation on the kelp. They're going to try to tell you bullshit like global warming has a direct effect on kelp. We know what affects the kelp. We already know. You don't need to tell us. We don't need to go to a meeting. But they're going to tell us, and they all slant really hard towards global warming, which has no effect on kelp at all because we already know we're in a cooling stage and we already know we're thawing out from the ice age. We already know all this, but this global warming thing is absolute lies that they're feeding us, and they're going to tell you that the kelp isn't growing because of global warming, which is the farthest thing from the truth. There's 2 reasons why kelp doesn't grow: water quality and the sea urchin. Period. Water clarity and the sea urchin. Has nothing to do with global warming, but they're going to try to tell you. And if you show up on Thursday, you'll hear all that rhetoric and you'll hear all that garbage from these people that are making the decisions on whether we're going to have kelp or not. Let me tell you something, folks. You have no effect on the kelp. As long as we keep dumping all this sewage into the water and all the other things, you're always going to have a problem with kelp. Jumpin' Jack.
Hey, Dave, what's up?
How are you, my friend?
I am good.
All right. Well, why don't you tell us a story?
Yeah. Well, I don't know where to begin, but I went fishing this weekend, and I've been wanting to go sword fishing for the last 2 years, and I've been, just haven't had the time and, knowledge yet to kind of, make it happen. But, we got everything rigged up the last few weeks, thanks to, Melton Tackle and the guys over there, and they helped us get set up. And, we did our first trip this past Sunday, and, we went slack, and we kind of knew that was the sign. And, before you knew it, we brought it boat side, and we knew it was a sword. We kept fighting it for another 30 or so minutes. And, I can't thank our friends enough that have fought swords before that have, kind of coached us through it, because we were just kind of, new to this whole thing. But obviously knew how to catch fish and tuna and stuff. So we sort of referenced what we knew previously. And, before you knew it, we made it happen, and we got it boat side. We hog tied it, which took all the energy from the fish from, totally destroying the gel coat, which is obviously a concern of ours. But, then obviously we had to call over a friend to actually come to us to help us bring it on the boat. So that was obviously a great experience to have someone else come over and radio them in and work together to get the job done. But we did it, and definitely feeling super grateful and proud and thankful for everyone who's helped us out.
Yeah, what an incredible fish. Just absolutely incredible that you were able to. First time you ever went swordfish fishing, huh?
First time, yeah. I mean, that's the definition of beginner's luck, but we still have to fight the fish, and we still have to get it on deck. So, we definitely had some luck for sure, but we were out there, and that's fishing sometimes, as you know more than anyone.
Well, that is absolutely incredible. We're just looking at all these pictures. This is definitely, the word gets used so much, but this is definitely the fish of a lifetime, right?
No question. I mean, that's the thing. It's like you just tell your friends these stories, and obviously share with everyone. And, it's the ultimate goal, I guess. And swordfish was kind of the last, fish that I wanted to sort of check off. I mean, I have other fish that I have to check off too, but, the last, giant or gladiator of the ocean. So.
That is definitely fish of a lifetime for anybody. Me and Captain Al are both looking at the pictures right now in the video. It's just absolutely insane. Just for a few minutes, go down memory lane here. This fishing thing for just a small amount of time, and you've been able to check some things off of your list. And I believe it has a little tiny bit to do with going on our website, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure. I mean, I think it laid the groundwork to do what I needed to do, and it gave me confidence. I think, a lot of things with fishing is like, if you're confident in what you're doing, that trickles down to other things. So it's like, I started with yellowtail, we started with rockfish, like just where everyone else started. And I'm the kind of personality that is kind of all or nothing. So that sort of paired with the knowledge from Dave and the website, and sort of got me going. And I'm going to give credit where credit's due. And I took that knowledge and obviously, I put in a lot more than a lot of people, but I get the most out of it. And obviously that's just, I guess the results speak for himself. And, obviously, like I said, super grateful and, give a lot of credit to you, Dave, and making this website for sure.
Well, congratulations, Jack. And, I know that a few of my really good friends have kind of taken you in and they took you on their commercial squid boat. And then you got to spend some time on the light boat with Marty. This is just the pinnacle, though, of everything that you've learned and how far you've come to put together a swordfish. I talked to Marty about it last night, and we were both laughing. You have got to have a horseshoe up your butt somewhere. This is just that's absolutely an incredible catch. And the swordfish, great. The bluefin, my God. You kind of feel like you mastered that. You got that figured out. You've done the halibut. You've done the rockfish. You've done the yellowtail. The one fish that you need to catch now, I guess you don't need to fish for anything else but a white sea bass.
That is true. I mean, I still don't have a keeper white sea bass. So that's definitely, I got to check that off my list. And I'm sure I'll find some other fish that will drive me crazy, and I got to check that off my list. But yeah, white sea bass for sure.
Yeah, thank you so much for the pictures, and what a great accomplishment. I'm so happy that you were able to put it together. I can't wait to see. I'm sure you put together a whole bunch of really cool pictures and video, and you're a great editor, so I want to see this all put together in the story of the swordfish.
Yeah, no, it's one last thing I'll say is, we got bit as we were cooking hamburgers, and we still didn't burn the burgers. So
Beautiful, beautiful. What an amazing catch. Good job, Jack.
All right.
Good
Sounds
job.
good, Dave. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you very much for all the pictures and everything. Good job, buddy.
Thank you, Dave.
See ya. What do you think, Al? That's pretty amazing, right?
Oh yeah, it's totally amazing. I haven't even fished for one yet.
That is absolutely mind-boggling. Just to think, Jack spent a whole almost 4 hours fishing for him.
Wow.
In his whole life, he spent 4 hours. He got one, and it was a dang nice one. He asked me, "Hey, is that a nice one?" I was like, "They're all nice. That's just a little nice. They're all
nice. Some guys. I have a friend of mine that's a super good fisherman. 2 years ago, he spent 25 days out there probably and still doesn't have one.
Right. Yep. Something about the stars and everything just line up for Jack. He's been very, very blessed. I like to think it's because he's a member of our website, but I think it's a little more than that.
Yeah, he must have been paying attention to his meter and the feed line and all that stuff.
Absolutely. So congratulations again, Jack. So Al, what are you doing? What's going on, man?
I've just been doing a bunch of stuff around the house, but I got some exciting news through the holidays.
Okay.
It's good till the end of January. It's 10% off any trip I got.
Really?
Yep. And that doesn't come around very often. So 10% off lobster trips, bay trips, little boat, big boat, you name it. It's good through January 31st. So
okay.
Instead of going out and spending a bunch of money on a holiday dinner where you're going to forget it in a couple of days, come on out with me and you share memories for a lifetime. Man.
Yeah. Let's see. You were out fishing on the weekend, our last weekend, right? Not this weekend, the weekend before, catching rockfish.
Yeah, we put together a really good day of rock fishing and lingcod fishing. Guys wanted to fill their freezers, and we ended up with like 48 fish or something like that.
It was also like one of your construction worker foreman guys, boss in the old days. He put together the best of his foremen and took them out, right?
Yeah. So, I met Jerry. He was working for one of those labor ready companies. We were looking for guys, and so we started pulling people from there. And I took him under my wing on the wall crew and taught him a bunch of stuff. And now he's a general superintendent for Rudolph and Sletton Construction Company. So they finished a job at Southwestern College under budget and a week early. So I'm sure he got a bunch of bonus money. So he paid for the whole trip for 5 of his superintendents. Well, there was an engineer and a couple of superintendents and stuff like that, layout guy. And yeah, he said they just want to go have fun and catch fish. I go, you don't want to go look for bluefin and maybe get one, maybe not. And he goes, not really. I said, okay. So we went down the islands and fishing was pretty damn good. The morning wasn't that great. It was a slow pick, and then it just went wide open in the afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty dang good when you look at that fillet board you showed the picture of and all those fish laying on it. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, everything's kind of still biting. I mean, there's a bunch of yellowtail on kelp still. There's a little bit of bluefin down south. The bay, we're coming up on a moon. If you guys pay attention to that moon and that tide, the tides are really good starting now for another, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. Bay's biting, the rockfish are biting. Everything's biting.
That's nice.
And I looked at the weather, and I don't think we have any wind for inshore and in my offshore zone for a few days, like a week. Yeah.
I'm just reading the comments. You need to get together with Lisa and John Stanley and everybody. They want to go fishing with you when they're down in Chula Vista on vacation.
Okay.
Good afternoon, beautiful people. Well, good afternoon, Seawolf. Yeah, that guy that caught the 9.5-pound lobster, he decided to get that thing taxidermied by Seawolf. So Brent Mish is going to put that thing together for him, make it a beautiful mount. I'm super excited that you got together with him, Brent. That's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, so, Dave, on the members and stuff that want to get together and come fishing with me during the holidays, you guys just give me a call once you figure out your date. Sooner the better, because I'm pushing that across a lot of platforms right now, so they're going to get filled up.
Absolutely. Give Al a call. He'll take care of you. I promise. He's going to do a good job. As we're looking at what's going on, Captain Al, I want you to, because I've been banging this drum and screaming and yelling about this MPA closure thing that's coming down the pipe, that I want you to kind of chime in here and kind of tell everybody. They've heard it from me enough times, but what the hell is going on?
You know what that is right there?
Nope.
That's a ballot, baby.
Oh, we're mailing them out to every illegal alien in the United States, right?
Well, I'm just making sure I do my part.
Yeah.
Vote no, baby. Vote no. I'm not a big politics guy, but definitely going to vote no.
Oh, definitely tomorrow you vote no, but this MLP thing that's coming down the pipe out, it's just another senseless and needless closure, right?
Oh, absolutely. They go like the ones that they have closed right now. They haven't done any research, and they're not planning on it, and they're still closed, right?
Yeah, they just think the way to fix it is to close more. Don't research.
I guarantee you, if a diver went out there and jumped in the water outside the MLP and swam through the MLP, there's not going to be no difference.
You mean there's no fence?
There'll be no difference between the two. And if that stuff comes through, not only us, Dave, but 30% of the land as well. So all the deer hunters and all that kind of stuff, it's crazy. I mean, if it goes through, you pull out of Point Loma and make a right, and it goes all the way to past Ocean Beach Pier.
Yeah, we're showing a picture right now of just one of the 35 closures they got planned coming down the pipe. And this is just one. This is San Diego. This is where Al is. So what this is going to do is it's going to stop you from turning left ever, right?
We're turning right. Yeah, absolutely.
Turning right.
Turning right. Might as well just get your passports and your Mexican license and go south.
And Mexico can close that anytime they want. They're just allowing us to fish down there, but you don't think That's not a right. We don't have the right to fish there. We have the privilege to fish there, but we don't have a right to fish Mexico. We have a right to fish in our waters in California, but this redistricting and the politicians are making it harder and harder and harder for you to fish. So if you are all about closures and keeping the Americans off the water, by all means, vote yes on this Prop 50 thing. By all means, man. But don't fish and don't come out on the boats and don't post on social media if you're not into it, because it's a bunch of baloney.
Yep. Freight train's coming. We got to stop it.
At least slow it down a little bit. I have to show this too. This was put out a couple weeks ago talking about the wolves in California, gang. It's just these people that want to reintroduce wolves to California and grizzly bears, and there's no more hunting of mountain lions in California. What in the heck is going on here, gang? What in the heck is going on? If you think it's a good idea to reintroduce wolves to California, and what all this is if you think about it, they want to reintroduce the sea otter to Southern California. Gang, it's ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Sea otters mate like crazy, like bunny rabbits. In a few years, there'll be so many sea otters and the ocean will be absolutely destroyed. There won't be a living creature on the bottom of the ocean. But if I don't understand it, it doesn't make any sense to me. And now we're having to euthanize some wolves that we paid millions of dollars for. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, Al.
Yep.
I think
it's all that blue color stuff.
It's just a heavy, heavy slant to the left. It doesn't make any sense. I know you guys hate Orange Man, but let's take him out of the scenario. Let's think about us. Let's think about we the people. Why you're going to take away our rights to fish because you hate one human being so much? It's pretty sad.
It's very sad. You know, that would be detrimental to the inshore fishery here in San Diego.
To everywhere.
Right. All up and down the coast.
For no reason at all. And I would say there hasn't really been any research done, so you got to show us why more closures make sense. What's the idea? Yep, it doesn't make any sense. And you guys, we the people, it's time to stand up. Show up on Thursday. Vote tomorrow, first of all. Michael Folks talks about it every single time he's on the show. Do you want water in your fire hydrants? Then vote no on 50. If you don't care about water or any of those things, then by all means, vote yes. Be ready, though. Because when you turn on that fire hydrant, when those fires start in November, December, there won't be any water to put them out. I promise you that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy what's going on, Dave.
It's pretty sad, Al. It's pretty sad. Who'd have thought that you and I here at 63 and 64 years old would be sitting here talking about politics? My God. Me and you? Politics? Come on. Right? Nobody would ever think you and I would be talking this 35, 40 years ago.
Yep. Yeah, it boils my blood when I have to think about it. That train's pretty big. It's hard to stop.
Yep, but we the people, we can slow it down, folks. We can put it in the station for a little while. If we show up on tomorrow and if we show up on Thursday. And it is. The world we live in is backwards today. That's for damn sure, Jason Cutter. And John Milton, hello, how are you? Sorry I didn't get to see you when you were down here, but yeah, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Join ccacalifornia.org, but better than that and more important than that is we have to show up. We have to show up. We got to vote tomorrow, and we have to show up. We have to show up. We got to show up. We got to show up. We got to let them hear our voices. We scared the hell out of them with the sand bass closure. We scared the hell out of them. Yeah, they got one fish from us, but you know what? They would have liked to have had them all. But we showed up. So let's not take our foot off the gas pedal. Let's show up on Thursday for the discussion anyway. If you can't make it in the morning, at least show up in the afternoon. Most of us will be there all day just because we want to see and hear the rhetoric and watch these people pat each other's on the back, because they're going to take they're going to take full credit for the sand bass. They're going to say that these closures have worked and, oh my God, look at what we did for you guys. Look at what we did. And not knowing that it's a migratory fish and it would have came whether you did anything or not, like we were telling them, but they'll take full credit. You'll get to hear a round of applause for saving the sand bass and all this bull crap rhetoric. Just be there on Thursday. I'm telling you, it's going to be quite amazing. What else, Al?
Not much, just holiday specials, baby. Let's roll.
So what do you think? What's the fishing in the Back Bay like? Right, I know Tim Ogilvy's kids were fishing in the Back Bay. His two sons were fishing in the Back Bay this morning early. Caught a bat ray, caught a handful of little baby sharks. They were fishing in there. What do you think's going on in the Back Bay right now? I can't believe no one's chartering you to go catch those bass.
Especially 10% off that little boat's dirt cheap. There's bonefish biting. All the bay sharks are biting. Spotted bay bass are biting. Sand bass are still biting. If you target the Corvina, the water's still warm enough to do that. Yeah, I'm in the bays. And right now, there's no wind. It's epic here right now. Perfect fall day with about 2 knots of wind. It's beautiful. But I'm at home paying bills and doing all this other stuff I hate to do. I would much rather forget about the daily lives and be on the water every day like I am in the summer.
Oh, they weren't fishing in the Back Bay of San Diego. I just found out from Tim they were fishing Mission Bay.
Yeah. Yeah, they all have them rays and all have them sharks. You just got to figure out how to catch them. And there's not much figuring out to it, really.
Oh, Bugman won the catfish tournament. That's incredible, Lisa. Good deal. I don't know where he's at. He should join us. He should come on here. He's usually on here. That's incredible.
What do you do? What do you do? Dive down there and shoot one?
Won the catfish tournament.
Nice.
What else is going on, Al?
Just pushing these specials, and I'm getting ready to go to the desert.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to the dentist on Wednesday. I'm coming up to your house tomorrow, and I'm going to go to the dentist on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming to California to go to the dentist. Doesn't make any sense except that my buddy, who is a very good fisherman, I've known him since before he graduated college, and he's got a great dentist practice in Irvine. So I'm coming up to Irvine to get my tooth fixed on Wednesday. Might get it pulled. I don't know. It's an amazing amount of pain right now. And then I'm going to do some seminar. I might do the Phil Freeman show on Wednesday night and then I'm going to make a bunch of videos for Brian at Promar, and I'm going to fly back home on Thursday. So tomorrow's going to have the show's going to be late. It's going to be in the afternoon. We're not talking about it, Tim, because he's a friend of the of me and Al, and he's also a member of the website and stuff. So we're going to wait until he's ready to talk about it. We're not going to put anything up about it. I'm not going to post any pictures or anything. I wouldn't want him to post if it was me. So I'm going to have total respect for him right now.
Not cool. Not cool to do that. Hey, Jeanette asked, how much would that be with that 10% on the Riviera? It's $1,075.50.
And that's for 6 people, right?
That's for 6 people on the Riviera.
Okay. Jason Cutter, you haven't fished in over a month. What are you waiting for, buddy? You got to get out there and go fishing. Yeah.
Dang. I just did the 10% off the Stringari lobster trip, and it's $720 for 3 people.
Oh my God, that's great.
But those deals are only good till the end of January, so you can book it now from any date from now to January. So that's a good holiday season window right there, you know?
Very professionally run too, right?
I try to be, you know? I try to be. The lobster trip, you just get me on the Stringari. On the big boat, you get me on my deckhand.
Yeah.
So you want luxury? You want to be able to go sit down on the couch and have a cocktail, pour a drink, eat some food. You get a little warmed up with the heater. You do the Riviera. If you want to combat fish in slickers and stuff like that, you go in the Stringari. The cool thing about the Stringari is I can fish shallow if I have to. Just not too shallow. You got to watch out for the rocks.
Yeah.
Right
There you go, Jeanette. Lisa's inviting you to join them. You might want to go with Lisa and the gang because you know everybody anyway.
That'd be a lot of fun. I'd be excited to have you guys, girls.
Housework, that sucks, Jason. I would be bummed if I couldn't fish because of housework.
That happens, though.
Yeah, Kelly.
Hey, Dick, well, you know the deal. Try to go fishing for 45 days straight and see what kind of work you got to do at the house. It's endless. Oh, my gosh.
No, it's okay, Tim. Everybody wants to know about it, but we don't want to make any assumptions or say anything about it because we weren't there. We don't know what happened. It's a tragic event. If you guys talk amongst each other, what's going to go on, but we're not voicing any opinion on it right now. But it's cool, Tim. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, just be safe. Pay attention what you're doing.
What they are, John, normally when I'm driving around the lagoons and I see those fish jumping, they're mullet. They're the big mullet. They're like 4 and 5 pound mullet. They're jumping in the bays. They're eating plankton. Big, giant mullet.
So Lisa said she's going to be in Chula Vista the 24th to the 30th. That's November, Lisa?
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Right around Thanksgiving and after, right?
Yep.
I believe those lobsters look like a turkey, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Or fishing. You guys want to do a bait trip? Whatever you want to do. They're all fun.
Combo trip.
Yeah. Last time we did the bait a lobster trip in the Stringari, I fished the jetty and we were winding around little 4-inch swim baits. We caught about 20 barracuda and about a 6-pound sand bass and a bunch of spotties, some mackerel. It was pretty fun. We caught about 30 fish in about an hour. It's not always like that, but that night was fun.
Because they don't know where the water ends, John. So they're eating plankton. They're just cruising around and they don't know that there's no water and they're chasing plankton and they just kind of, that's my theory anyway. Same with the manta rays down here in Cabo. They don't know where the water ends. So they end up launching themselves right out of the water. And yeah, that's what I think. I know people think they're getting chased and all this other stuff. They're feeding and they just leap out of the water while they're feeding. I don't know. Maybe somebody else has a better theory, but that's my theory. What do you think, Al? You got a better theory?
No, I think your theory's on point.
They're just eating. You know, when we were kids, they used to come around the sport boats in the afternoon and swim in it. There was like a huge school of them, and they would swim in circle. And what we found out is we could catch them if we would use roe, like barracuda roe, sand bass roe, something like that. And we would use the roe. We would be able to catch them on the roe. What have you ever caught those things? Those big giant mullet, Al?
You've seen a bunch of them in the back bay, remember?
Oh, absolutely.
They get on that current break. The only way I don't know if it's legal or not, so I won't really mention it, but big treble hook will catch them.
Sweet. I want to see it. Can we play it right now, Mr. Elliott? It's loading. Hold on. Okay, gang. Elliott made us something really cool for the start of the show from now on. We're going to get to see it here as soon as it loads up. Cutting edge. You guys are going to see it even before me. We're all going to see it together. I'm pretty excited about it. But that mullet thing, yeah, John, it drives you crazy. And I would think you want to throw net and throw it in there, but I'm pretty excited about it. But that mullet thing, yeah, John, it drives you crazy. And I would think you want to throw net. What the heck? But that mullet thing, yeah, John, it drives you crazy. I would think what the heck is that, Al? Can you hear that?
It might be my phone. I was trying to answer comments.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get a little more technical than usual, Dave. You can't hear it now, can you?
Turn the volume. Al?
It's down all the way.
Okay. There you go. It's good now. Sweet. Elliott, I'm very honored that I get to have you for a few minutes. Okay, here we go. Let's go. I like it. That is sweet. Cool. How cool. We already gained like 25 followers just playing that. Gang, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I don't ever beg for subscribers and I don't beg for likes, but I'm telling you what, gang, it matters. And if you guys all hit the like button and all hit the subscribe button, it just helps the algorithm, lets everybody know that you like the show and that you care about it, and it shows more people. It spreads it out and pushes it out in front of more people. I don't know how the whole algorithm thing works. I really don't, but I guess it really matters a lot. And we're going to start really, really collaborating a lot with Captain Al and Captain Justin as we go into the winter here, just because we both need to collaborate with each other, right, Al?
Oh, yeah, that's part of the puzzle. It hasn't been connected lately, but we're going to get it connected and get that stuff rolling. Is it good to go now?
It's good to go now.
Because I have a post that goes out Monday through Friday, apparently.
Okay.
I'm trying to get up to the big leagues, Dave. You know, this old man didn't know a whole lot about nothing when it comes to computers. Focused all my into fishing.
I like it. There you go. Totally set for this. That's the vertical one. Yep. Because you know what, gang? It's so weird. I know a lot of people are wondering why we go with this vertical thing, right? They're always wondering why we go with the vertical. Why don't you just have it the wide open where everybody can see and it's cleaner? Because YouTube doesn't push it out in front of anybody. Last week, we did an experiment where we went with the show and we only did it in the horizontal version where you could see everything. And me and Al and Justin, we think that's the coolest way because you see it all, especially on the live shows. But what happens is nobody gets to watch it. So we went from 20, 30,000 views to 100 views.
Wow.
It's crazy. So we do it like this because this is how YouTube pushes it out for everybody. They push this out when we're this way. We love to show you guys everything, but no one watches. And so it's kind of useless to do a show no one's watching.
And it's not, you're talking about the live shows, right? Or these, or both?
Everything, both.
Yeah, the live shows aren't easy, you know, especially when you're single-handing it on the boat. I want to bring that up. So I know you talked about my angle and all that stuff. So like this coming Saturday night, I have a lobster trip on the Stringari, and it's really tight area, right? I went on Amazon last night and I ordered 4 different types of brackets, long, medium, short, clamp-ons, to try to get that angle just right. And some nights it's really difficult, especially when you're running that little boat by yourself with 3 guys pulling hoops. So if there's any feedback that you guys want to give me on my lives that I can actually adjust, I'll adjust them. But I have 2 phones going on the boat and everything now, but sometimes it gets a little chaotic just trying to please the customers. And then when you got to please the live, it gets a little tricky. So on the Riviera, I can just sit up there and deal with it. But on the Stringari, I'm in action the whole time. So bear with me on that, and we'll see if we can't get it the best it can be, you know?
Yeah, and it's a work in progress, folks. We're going to keep trying and keep going along with whatever you guys want, whatever works for you guys. I know everybody wants the horizontal wide version, but nobody's watching it.
Yeah, it's crazy because when you put it in vertical mode on a live, it narrows the screen down, right? So if it's close to the operation that's going on, it's going to really be narrow. So you got to move the freaking camera around, right? Am I correct on that or what?
Yeah, so far that's what we see. So we just got to do what we got to do because it's kind of silly, Al, to do a live show if no one's watching it.
No, it doesn't make sense because on my end, it's, you know, if the fishing's great, it's fun, it's easy. People don't care if you jump down there and start rapping about yourself or the business and stuff. But when the fishing's tough, some clients aren't about it. You know what I mean? So there's a little bit of different juju on the boat sometimes when I push that live, you know? So it's all about the clients when they're paying that money. So if we can sneak in a really good live, that's a bonus, right?
Yeah, exactly. I just got to have people watch it. That's all. Doesn't make sense to do these shows without anybody watching them.
Yeah, I guess where I was getting at, yeah, people do need to watch because it's not easy to do those shows. It looks easy, especially when Justin does them and stuff, and when I do them on the Riviera, but a lot of different stuff goes through your mind as a fish killer when you go live. You know what I mean? So you get to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I mean? And some trips, you know, Mother Nature doesn't want to provide. You know, we do our best, and that's about it.
And that's why it's so cool, because you don't know. Just like Saturday night when Justin was like, we didn't know we were going to get a 9.5 pounder. You know,
That's crazy.
It's just, you just don't know. So you just want to, if you're into it, you want to watch it all the time, because you catch a shark, you catch a crab, and then you catch a 9.5 pound lobster.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how many 9.5 pounders are in San Diego Bay. I've caught, I don't know, a couple handfuls of 6s and 7s, but never a 9. My buddy got, well, he got 11 pounder last year, but not too many of them big ones in there, I don't think.
We'll do a special show for you, Dave Burris, so that one guy can watch. We'll do the live show at 1 o'clock in the morning. You can be the only person watching, and then the rest of us will go back onto the vertical for the rest of the time. How does that sound good, Mike Lewis? If we give Dave Burris his own show at 1 o'clock in the morning, no one's watching, but he can watch on his computer horizontally. Yeah, but gang, as we do these live shows, let us know what you guys want to see too. It's kind of important with Justin and Al going live all the time. We want to know what you guys are liking about the show, what you guys don't like. If you want us to talk a little bit more, like Al said, it's hard to talk when you're not catching. The clients kind of don't want to hear about how bitching you are if you're not catching anything.
No, it's very important on my trips, you know. Because to me, it feels like I don't care about them not catching fish. I care about talking to the phone that's hanging over our heads.
Right.
But some clients are all about it. Like those guys I took cod fishing first and then bluefin fishing, and we didn't get any bluefin. They were way cool, you know. And then the guy that did catch the bluefin, he was really cool. But some of them, you know, they're not about it. So if I'm not talking very much, my personality is not to yak on that thing anyway. But trust me, if I'm yakking, I'm trying really hard to make it a good show. You know.
Yeah, it takes what it takes. It's just a different world. When you're the captain, all the pressure's on you, gang. It's all pressure. Unfortunately, it is. When it's going good, you're feeling the pressure. When it's going horrible, you're feeling the pressure. You just constantly are feeling the pressure. And then to add this entity in of the live on it's a different animal. I don't know how I would react back in the day, because I had no filter. So, it would have been, I don't know how it would have been with me.
You'd have been loud. You would have been loud whether you're touching them or not.
It would have been loud. That's
everybody doesn't have your personality. Oh, Mr. Tattoo Chris does. He's loud too, boy. I'm just not a loud guy, you know. Can't change a guy, especially when he's 65.
Jeanette's like, yeah, I'm very quiet.
But anyway, holidays are coming up. Specials are on the plate. There's quite a few open dates, but that stuff's going to zone in, get taken. So don't be the person that wants to go on a Thanksgiving trip at the last minute and I'm booked.
And yeah, gang, don't forget, it's Promar Ahi USA Monday. We're going to show you a quick little video of some McCarty jigs here real quick. Hang on.
This is the Promar Ahi booth. Now, last night at the new product showcase, I looked at some of the lures, and the nicest lure that I saw on the shelf was the Ahi Ikara. So they have their new Ikara line of jigs. These things are absolutely incredible. I'm going to show you them up close, but we're going to talk to Dave here. Dave's going to run us through the new lures from Promar Ahi and tell us what the features are on the lures. So now you corrected me and said these were slow pitch jigs?
Yeah, they're slow pitch jigging is the new thing in the fishing industry. Everybody's doing the slow pitch thing. They're making rods for it and everything. So we came out with the Ikara line of slow pitch jigs. And the way that the fish react to them is absolutely incredible. Like you were mentioning to me, you could tell that they went to everything right. The hooks are perfectly weighted. Every part of the lure is weighted so that it flutters when it falls, and it looks just like a wounded bait fish. And it causes an unbelievable reaction bite. As we go through the line, we have them from 15 grams all the way to 150 grams.
Okay, so we're talking saltwater and freshwater.
Oh, yes, salt and fresh. I just did a seminar over at the Bass Tank, and every bass in there had the lure in his mouth at least 5 times.
First off, I just got to say the quality and the detail on these things, you can visually walk by and see that these things are built different. I mean, the tiniest details on this, it looks like a real fish. 3D depth on the eyes. I mean, these things are unbelievable. Even the way the hooks are attached. They have like heat shrink sleeves over the tie-ons. I mean, everything was thought through on these lures that I can see from.
You really have to fish with it to appreciate it. When you watch it flutter, it's incredible. And I know you couldn't see it in the product showcase how it flutters, but you can only see what you can see, but you recognized it, which was a good deal.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to try one of these in some of the invasives in South Florida. Now, if I'm fishing for bass, which ones would I go for here?
It all depends on the depth of the water.
Okay.
If you're going to fish the shallower water, you see the smaller bait, the largemouth bass or the peacock bass or the smallmouth chasing the small bait. This is going to replicate that small bait inside there.
Okay.
So you're going to throw this on a spinning rod with maybe some 6-pound or 8-pound because you're trying to get a reaction bite on that fish when they're on the small bait. You can't fish it with very heavy line because then it won't do the flutter as it sinks. So it's going to have to be a lighter line.
Okay.
As you move up to the weight, then you can move up on your pound test.
Now, how come they didn't put treble hooks on these?
Treble hook's not going to allow this to flutter the way we want it to flutter. We've tried different treble hooks. So the smaller treble hook will allow it to flutter, but then you won't hook it. J-hook, the way that it's weighted on here and the way that it's rigged, it's ready to go right out of the package, but you're also going to hook the fish when he eats it.
Well,
straight
Dave,
up and down.
They look beautiful. I appreciate the lesson you just gave me here, and I appreciate it all, man. I can't wait to try one of these things out in the water.
Thank you very much. Absolutely amazing. They sound like I know what I'm talking about, huh, Al?
Yeah, sure did. Today's Okuma Monday?
No.
I mean, today's Promar Monday?
Yep.
Yeah, you know, I need to give a shout out to Promar because Promar's there for all of us, Your Saltwater Guide guys, and big shout out to them for letting us use the top of the line product from hoop nets to gaffs to cower jigs to line to everything. So you can pretty much dial up or go to promarahi.com and get whatever you need for a boat for all your fishing needs.
Yeah, so right there, right below my chin is the QR code. You'll be blown away when you go over there and look, huh?
Yeah, big thanks to Promar for all the help they supply us with. And it's not only help, it's top-notch gear.
And there's top-notch Marley right there with the big bandage on his tail because he was bleeding out the other day. He's okay now. He's running around. He's back to almost his old self again, gang. Thank you all, Tim and everybody else that was asking how Marley's doing because I think he's doing good. You're quiet, Seawolf? Yeah, right. You're as quiet as I am. Put me and Brent in a room together. We won't say a word. It'll be super quiet the whole time. Oh, man. Well, we're excited to see you this weekend. We got Justin and Al both fishing the weekend. They both got trips Friday and Saturday nights. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys dueling lobster fishing. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I don't really like that because I don't know where he's fishing at, but if he's fishing Catalina.
He ain't fishing Catalina.
There's no contest.
He's fishing Long Beach Harbor.
See if I can get him to go Saturday night. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you will see what happens.
All right, well, I'm out of here. I got a little bit of hot irons on the fire I got to take care of here.
You're out of here? Come on. Yeah. All right, Al. Love you, buddy.
All right, you guys. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, so look. Al's out. Look, you guys have to show up. We need everybody there on Thursday. If you can make it every day this week for the show, that's great. But I need you guys to show up on Thursday for the MLP discussion going on. This is how you get there. The QR code, go on there. You can see how to download the Zoom meeting. Check it out. Raise your hand every time they discuss anything. I'll be on there. You send me a message. We'll talk about the kelp restoration. We'll talk about all the different silly things that they want to do again. Every time they do this meeting, they discuss silly things and they show how unintelligent they are, but we're going to be there. We're going to try to help them to learn a little bit about the ocean that they're trying to close. Because as you heard last time, those of you that showed up to the sand bass thing, they don't really know. I'm sorry, but they don't really know. And Brett, he showed up at the meeting in Sacramento. He got to see what a mess it is. They don't know. They don't know what's going on. So Thursday we'll all be there. Then Friday we'll do our podcast, and then we'll go live with Justin and Al. And don't be intimidated, Al. Don't be intimidated. Justin's fishing Long Beach Harbor. He's going to be okay. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching the show today. Thanks for being a part of. I don't like these time changes. It's already 2 o'clock down here in Cabo San Lucas. I don't like the time change, but whatever. We'll get over it. We'll get over it. It's for the farmers in California that live in Orange County. They got to have this daylight savings.